Hi guys, so it's the third day after I start my diet and training. I'm about to share with you guys what changes I made, what food I had, and how I felt and feel. Today guys, I want to tell you about a little miracle that happened today as well. It was actually unbelievable for me, so if you want to find out what it was, please watch this episode to the end. And if you're interested to see if I'll succeed or fail on my way to losing weight, please stick around and subscribe to this channel and make sure you click on this notification bell, because without that YouTube will most likely not be showing you my next videos. Like it of course and share it with your old friends who struggle with their weight and maybe could benefit or get inspired from watching me trying to make a change. Please also drop a comment if you are on diet or training. Remember, my plan is not one of those lose weight quickly plans. It will take me 12 months to lose 16 kilograms. Quick disclaimer as well, I'm not a doctor and I'm not an expert on diet or trainings, so whatever you will see or hear in this video, treat as pure entertainment only, or let's say inspiration to start a change. But please don't follow what I do. For proper advice, go to people and institutions that are experts in those fields. So traditionally, I start from telling you how I feel in general. I think it's important to mention because the changes I introduced are pretty draconian. So today, in general, I feel tired, very tired. My mood is actually okay. The anxiety that I was struggling with before is gone. Uh, it seemed to be very steady day, but definitely I feel tired or out of energy, I should say. Reason behind that will be obviously that I eat far less than I was, and because I did start exercising after a long break. So it all makes sense, and I was expecting that. It will take a week or two before my body will get used to the new routine. Of course, the reason why I feel tired can be that I went to bed very late last night as well. And when I say late, I mean like after 4 a.m. And I start work at 9 a.m. I'm not feeling sorry for myself here, just giving you the bigger picture. Regarding sleep, I'm making, of course, massive mistake here because sleep is crazy important. But we will talk about that more in future. In terms of muscle pain, I was still sore today, but it was better than yesterday. Because I felt really tired, I was close to not to train today at all, but eventually I forced myself. I managed to do my training routine, those three exercises I was telling you about, push-ups, squats, and raising legs while lying on the ground. Push-ups I was struggling with big time. Pain in the chest was so substantial, and I just had no energy. Last fifth series I just couldn't do, so eventually I just passed on that last series. I just couldn't raise myself. I'm happy that I couldn't raise up myself to make those push-ups. That means my muscles were affected by training. They are sore now, they are, but also they are growing and getting stronger, so next time they will have no problem with effort like that. Often pain means grow, and usually you get that at the beginning when you only start training. After a week or two, there's no problem like that anymore. Of course, unless you will push it really hard every time because you want really to grow your muscles. I just realized that this time around, my goal is not to build any muscles. I totally don't care about that. All I want is to get slim and fitter. And I love bodybuilding, even lady bodybuilders, but it just struck me right now, I don't need muscles for anything. Partially probably because I'm aware how much work I would have to put into it, money, time. It's not something that I needed in my life. Underlying in the same time that I love bodybuilding. But who knows, maybe in future I'll change my mind. And there's never too late to become a bodybuilder. And we will talk about that in future as well. Going back to how I feel today, definitely I feel more hungry. Not hungry anymore, but hungry for sure. It's not a struggle for me to don't eat, but I've noticed that there is a bit of hunger wandering around my head. Another thing is that smell of food became more appealing for me. since yesterday, and there's so many temptations when I walk around the house. In general, I feel better almost since day one. I start seeing my long forgotten muscles. I don't think anything changed in my physical appearance, it's just change of my focus. I didn't care about my muscles so far. I forgot I had them. And now, since they are sore, I think my brain is pushing my attention to them. But when after a while I properly look into a mirror, I see a disaster, which no doubt will take a year to be fixed. It's doable, but no way it could happen in few months. Again, normal thing, we want to see effects of our actions straight away. From experience, I know it takes years to see any change. Even when I was doing similar draconian diet and similar training for a year while ago, after almost a year, you could barely see the difference. I'm happy that I know what to expect, that my expectations will not be crushed by reality. Our bodies, and let's thank God for that, don't react too fast to what we do to them. So when we train and lead healthy lifestyle, it takes ages to see effects. But it works the other way around the same. We get fat and unfit slowly. Otherwise, after the way I abused my body with food and laziness, I couldn't probably fit in this room. My food today, it was kind of the same routine like in the last 2 days. I've introduced small changes. Basically, for breakfast, I had half cup of cottage cheese and tea. No sugar, of course, since I quit sweetening tea with sugar altogether. I still had a coffee and few more during the day, but I will quit coffee from tomorrow totally. So let's not worry about this too much. In the morning, I had also tomato and banana. Later, I grabbed a yogurt as well. Cottage cheese, yogurt, coffees. It felt like it might end up with diarrhea, but luckily I was spared this time. For dinner, I had some potatoes and 2 scrambled eggs. They were small, plus they were eggs, so I was like, fine. Actually, I halved portion that I got initially, and the rest of it is waiting for me in the fridge for tomorrow. I might have it for breakfast. I had obviously more coffees and tea and water during the day. Later, I had another tomato and an apple, and that was all what I had for a whole day. I still had good few coffees, but I gave up on one or two since I felt it will look really bad when I'll be telling you guys about it. What's proving, I think, my point that the fact that you are looking at what I do is helping me with keeping my motivation. As I said, I'm about to quit coffee from tomorrow. I didn't do that today since I just went to bed so late and I felt like I'm a dead man. I was just not ready to quit coffee today. In terms of my weight, honestly, I'm too tired to weigh myself, so we will find out in next episode what's happening with my weight. As I was saying previously already, it's not that important to keep checking the weighing scale, since often weight will be going up and down depending on our metabolism mainly. Last time I was weighing myself all the time for almost a year, and I can't remember seeing much logic in what I saw on a weighing scale. There's not much benefit out of that anyway, so don't focus much on it if you do something similar like myself. Or at least be aware that funny things are happening in your body, and sometimes you might see weight increase after a good training day and starving almost. I actually need to read more on the subject to figure out why it's happening like that. I bet the pace of metabolism is not consistent, at least not in my case. That's all what I think. And now I want to tell you about that miracle that hit me today. So some of you might know that I run another channel about videography, and recently I made a video about popular YouTuber whose name is Markus Pix. I'm calling him my lost brother in that video I made, since he's making lots of DIY camera solutions and equipment, same like I do. They are crazy ideas, but we apparently can't stop ourselves from inventing and making them. Of course, I'm nobody and he's rich Hollywood fella, but I just had that urge to make that video. If you're interested, by the way, you will find a link to that video in description below. Going back to that miracle, Marcus, he's actually around 60 years old, but he looks really young. He looks really good, like really, really good. In his videos about cameras and gear, he's often mentioning that he is also running another YouTube channel about healthy food. So far, as you can see from my look, I was not into that at all. I knew it's there, and that's it. But a few days ago, when I decided to start my 12 months losing weight program, I was thinking to send him like open message and ask him for some general advices, basically what to do. Because he's leaving example that one can look really healthy when 60. So whatever he's doing and eating must be good. Of course, later I was thinking it's too crazy to ask him about that. Best case scenario, he would tell me to watch tons of videos he made, and that's it. And I was kind of thinking about watching those videos in coming weeks. And then the miracle happened. I had YouTube open, and YouTube was suggesting a video made by Marcus in which he was about to answer if he had any plastic surgeries, since everyone is accusing him of that. Of course, I was curious about that myself, so I've clicked on it. To my surprise, this video was actually the answer to questions I had for him. What to eat and what to do to stay healthy and slim. He obviously was talking for a short while about plastic surgery, but most of the video was crazy short guide, what to eat, what not to eat, and in general, what to do to be healthy, slim, good looking individual. It might sound like nothing for you, but for me it was everything, and I couldn't believe in the coincidence. It's a great video, I really recommend to watch it, though I will definitely do an episode shortly about all advices he's giving in that video he made. It's down to the point and it's great. Of course, one of the things he never drinks is coffee. I was planning to give it up shortly, but after his video I decided to do it straight away. Of course, I knew coffee is bad, but only when 60-year-old who looks younger and healthier than myself said it, I decided to speed up the coffee quitting. And that reminds me that he helped me to move away from alcohol too, at the beginning of this year. There's another great video he made where he's basically calculating how much money we are spending during our life on alcohol and cigarettes. And he's showing his expensive cars that he bought for cash, saying that we could have it too if not wasting money on those stupid stimulants. And I've stopped buying and drinking alcohol since. So this fella is really convincing apparently. Obviously he's not some 25-year-old giving life advices. It's a guy who's 60 and very successful, so I treat what he's saying seriously. As I said, I will make shortly a whole episode about this episode, so make sure you will not miss that. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Remember to subscribe and most importantly to hit that notification bell. Like the video and be sure to share it. You will help me and probably other people who try to lose weight. Let me know in comments also what you think about my diet and training. But be merciful please, since it's only beginning and a lot will change in coming weeks. So take care guys, and see you in the next one.